So, yep, that's not a Cub 90. What I've wanted for a while now is a set of rear sets, adjustable rear sets, not for track days or any reason like that. I've got a weird body shape, really long back, short legs, so the pegs always seem so far away. So spent ages looking around. I weren't going to spend 300-400 quid on Woodcrafts or Vortex or any of those expensive brands, but I actually found a set from China that are decently made. I mean, even the hardware it comes with is A270 stainless, which realistically no one's going to fit better than that. So yeah, got these bad boys. I think I paid like 60 quid for them. Let's get them fitted. First thing you're going to want to do is take it all apart and Loctite it. My favourite is the Worth medium strength. Take them apart and add some thread lock. Next step's pretty obvious. Let's take off what's on the bike. So there's on the clutch side, the gear shifter side, undo that 10mm. They're reverse threads. So once you've cracked them loose, just get unscrewing and it will all come apart. Next, take the originals off the bike. Let's get an electric ratchet again. Like, we had one at the workshop, it was great. I get one of the, in fact, I might even just get the cheapest one I can find and then do a review on it. Yeah, buy the cheapest, nastiest AliExpress or Temu special. And realistically, I'll probably be surprised that it works and it's good. Plates. So these come with spacers. Now, realistically, all the generic off-brand ones are pretty much going to be the same. So there's a spacer to bring it out from the frame. Question is, do I thread lock these? Were the originals thread locked? No, it's not a moving part. I should be able to get decent torque on them. Plus they're easy to get to if I feel them getting loose. It's mainly the pegs and the spinny bits or bits you can't get to the other side. So I've loosely put the foot peg on, nothing tightened up yet, no thread locking. This will be thread locked. I'm going to bring the bike down and have a sit on it and see how everything feels. That's a bit too high. I'm going to drop down a bit. Let's drop it and give it a test. Let's try that again. Shorten that peg. Yeah, that's cool. Come on, shame shoes. Not even real Crocs, they're fake ones. Right, this side's a little bit more complicated. Obviously, the brake master attaches to the rear set, which is pretty obvious where that goes. The complicated bit, and I say complicated, it comes with a non-bent spring and nowhere to put the brake light switch. So I'm going to take it all apart and work it out. I mean, it can't be that complicated. What am I talking about? That one's fucked. Let's hammer a... Oh, actually, if I undo the top, a bit of wiggle might loosen it. No, actually, I'm going to hammer a Torx into that before I make it worse. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to use a better Allen head. Allen head? Hex head? No, hex head's a bolt. Oh, who gives a fuck? Yeah, got it. Lucky I won't be reusing that. So that's all disconnected. Same as the other side. Break this loose, get that off. For some reason, the heel plate's attached up here. Let me get that off. Is it a 12? I think it's a 12. Nope, it's a 10. Wicked, that's one more minging bracket I can get rid of. See that technique? Okay, I'll work that out in a sec. It's the return spring. There isn't one on the new set, but I'm sure it'll be pretty obvious. So before I work out something for this spring and the return spring, let's get these bits on. Seems odd, the new rear sets, I think that's what there's a random long bolt. I'm pretty sure that's what it's for. Right, so I've worked this out. Master cylinder's on, bolt through, clamped up. I need to remove this. There's a threaded part on here that screws on to the actuator for the master cylinder. But by the looks of it, I don't want to be turning the internal plunger. So there's a little circlip here, and we pop that off. I'll thread that on, lock nut down. Well, I'll do it bit by bit so I can adjust the pedal height. But yeah, I think I've got it now. And then I'm going to have to do something. I think that goes there, but that doesn't make any sense. I'll work it out. I'll work it out. Right, so I've worked this out. There's a hole here. I'm going to bolt the brake switch to that. And then I've bent the spring up. And then there's a little hole here. And it came with this extra long bolt that I've bolted in place with a nylock on the end. So that will hook to the switch. That will hook to that bolt down there. And then I can adjust this. The only thing I've got to do, so the original placement's down here somewhere. There's a blind hole there, which don't make any sense to me. So I'm going to pop that through once I've ground a little notch out of that. Obviously, the second I turn the camera off, I get it first time. Or did I? 10mm slim. What I've done is I've got the spring to pretty much what I'd say is a spot on length, but I've worked that out by screwing the switch all the way in, so I've got a bunch of adjustment because the lever doesn't move much, so I want to be able to tweak it so the brake isn't always on. There we go. And then the original return spring apparently isn't used, so that's pretty dope. I've got to fuck around trying to fit that to something. Do. Give that a little bit more length. I will replace this with a pressure switch, which goes onto the master cylinder out, like that banjo bolt. It replaces that, but I don't have one at the moment, so this will have to do. I'll try and mangle this spring. I've got a box of them somewhere. the only downside to buying these sorts of bits off AliExpress or eBay. There is literally no instructions. And where they don't really have model names or brands, good luck finding a tutorial. I guess that's the reason I'm making this video. Might help someone out. If it don't help someone out, who cares? There we go. Adjust this up now. Right, that seam's adjusted, but I'm going to go grab the keys and test it. Right, it works. So, back end, and we got working brakes. Done. Looks so much better. I've had them things since I bought the bike and just not got round to fitting them. So yeah, better riding position for me. Again, midget legs, long back. They look good. They look really good. And that's pretty much it. I really want to do a front end swap on this. GSXR 600, 750, K4, K5. But I refuse to pay the prices people are asking. Like, a load of people want like 600-700 quid for a complete front end. Well, I could probably get a whole bike for £2,000. So yeah, refuse to pay that. So I'll keep hunting, and then I want to do the rear shock. There's like a weird wallowiness to the bike. I mean, it's a budget bike, but I love the power delivery, love the engine. So why not just make it handle a bit better? Anyway, enough of that. I'll be back with some cub content next week. And that's pretty much it. Like, share, subscribe. Any questions, leave them down below. Have a great week.